Hey, good morning and welcome to the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Got the kid off to baseball training camp. I want to talk about that a little bit today. And I want to talk a little bit about baseball agility, getting that extra base, how that would apply to your business, your team, what you do, and why do I consider it being agile or the agility of that call? So this is 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I'm Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And I'm out here taking my kid to a baseball camp where he's going to class. We'll talk about that in a second. Um, we want to talk about how to bring value to customer without working extra hours and having a little fun along the way. So we're talking a little baseball, a little fun, enjoy a little anecdotes. And if there's interruptions to the signal, I am outside. I am doing wireless because my parents are getting older and TV's pretty loud. So I came outside. So if you hear a baby cry, a dog bark, or hammers in the background, it's called live for a reason. It's risky going live, but that's what I do. I always do a little risk. Um, so anyway, so what's this extra base that I talk about? And I want to put up a little snippet. I have to take it out of my phone and share it of my son. Someone got a hit, or he and instead of stopping at second, went to third. Right, he took advantage of the situation, read it, ran the third base, and got that extra base. And a lot of his team is trained and coached to do that on his little travel baseball team that he has. They always look for that opportunity to get that extra base. And I want to say that is business agility. That's what we should be looking for as a team when we do our operation, what we're doing. We should always be looking when we go into a sprint planning or what we're doing for that little extra opportunity. And today is 2-for-1 Tuesday, 10x your career, your life, what you do, your operations, anything, just getting more out of what we do. And I wanted to share that because this is what I'm thinking. This is what that is. This is why we do Scrum. This is why we practice what we do. We practice stuff so that when the opportunity comes, we can take advantage of it and get more value out of what we do. When we do sprint planning, when we plan what we're going to do, we should be looking for those opportunities to magnify the value of whatever we're doing. And when they play the baseball, and they're on, let's say they got to walk or on first, they're always looking to turn a stealing a second into, or a hit or a single into a multiple base earning, so they can get the second or the third. Or if you're watching professional baseball lately, if you're on second, they always say you have a chance to score a run, because they're not looking just for one base, not just to run the third, but also to get home to earn that RBI. And the way they do that is they practice it. They think about it. They analyze. They're always looking at the situation, looking at the problem they have in front of them, the solves, and the opportunity those problems that create. Like when they slide, if you ever notice a baseball player, they don't slide and stay on the ground. They are trained to slide and pop up, so that if the ball is dropped or there's something to do and they slid in that base, they can run to the next base. That's something they train for. And a lot of people, even myself, you have to put time to train. My son wanted to do a little baseball camp. I had a chance to go help my parents with their house and do some yard work and things like that they don't get to do as much often. And I set it up where he can go just learning to get some baseball camp. It wasn't too expensive. It's a lot cheaper than Agile stuff, I'll tell you that right now. But he gets some baseball camp, gets some tips, some pointers, some things he learns. It won't be like he said yesterday. I didn't learn anything new because we've been playing more advanced ball than what they're doing. But one thing he did get to do the other day was play umpire. So he got to be umpire. So he did learn something new, a new perspective of the game that now maybe he can apply what the umpire sees to how he plays catcher, how he pitches, or how he addresses the plate, because now he has a perspective. Okay, what is the umpire seeing when I'm up here? How do I know where the strike zone is? What's a ball? What's a strike? And get that perspective and improve what he's doing. So he's always learning. So we always talk about the learning here on a Tuesday. But we also have to do that too. We have to get these little perspectives. We may not revolutionize what we learn, but there's always these little tips and tricks and new thought processes that we can take and grow what we currently do. And like I said, the baseball players are trained and coached to look for that extra base. And we as Scrum teams, Agile coaches, Scrum masters, leaders, managers, servant leaders, have to keep bringing up those opportunities for it to grow. I talked the other day about sprint reviews and how the opportunities, you get more than one person you're reviewing. You get your stakeholders you get to review with, you get your managers you get to review with, and you get your team to review with. Those are all opportunities, like in baseball, getting that extra base. What if you were to do a review with a stakeholder from another business line that didn't know you had that capability to produce that you just demonstrated to another business line? There's that extra base. It's like, oh, can you do that for my business line? That's pretty good. I didn't know we had that capability, because they don't know everything. That's the beauty and power of Scrum and going out there and doing sprint reviews. So now there's a chance where we put our teams in a position to get the extra base. It may be just a little bit of work or some amount of work, but we at least know the mechanics to apply what we just developed to something else. And now I got a helicopter flying over, probably checking out the power lines behind me. But you always have that. So I wonder who's this? I don't know. Who knows what it is? Definitely got a helicopter. There's airports flying around all over the place. So who knows? Somebody who made a lot of money has a helicopter. Maybe one day it'll be you. Maybe it'll be one day me. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, so think about that as a servant leader, a manager, whatever, as we take on these items and as we solve problems. If we are working to solve a problem, but maybe we realize, hey, this problem could also solve these bugs we did in the past, maybe that's an opportunity to earn an extra base. So maybe as we're coding in the middle of the sprint, we go, oh, hey, if I fix this, or this, when I'm in this code, it gives me an opportunity to fix these other bugs while I'm there. Should we do that, right? Should we earn those extra bases? This is why we do the sprint planning, and we kind of talk about the stuff that we're going to be in that code. Are there anything else in that code, in that general feature, whatever, that maybe there's a bug, maybe there's an opportunity to improve why we're there, so we don't have to do it twice? Maybe it's minor, maybe it's just a typo. I don't know. It could be anything, but while we're in there, we can fix it and get double the product out, double the value out of, or at least a little bit more value, like an extra base hit. May not be a home run, may not be an extra RBI, but it gets you closer to that home run, that RBI. And one of the beauty things about these extra bases that they go take is that it prevents a force out, right? They're on first. Someone hits a single. Maybe it gets out of the infield and goes in the outfield. Instead of just stopping at second, which could create a potential for any base out, they run to third, and now there's no force out on any base. You only have two. You have first and second. And in fact, since there's a person on third, gives the person on first a chance to steal home, because if they screw up on throwing it to second base to throw the person out, the person on third could score an RBI. So that's all strategies. That's all that's getting opportunity. So go by getting that extra base, all these other opportunities come about. And I wanted to share that with you, give another perspective on this extra base. So this our two for one Tuesday, or 10x your career. Think about anything you do. Like if you were going to take a class, right? Think about taking that class that opens up more doors in your career. Maybe you need maybe AWS. Maybe you don't have any background in AWS. Maybe just take a LinkedIn course on AWS. Maybe another Agile principle, maybe PMP, maybe some testing routines. I don't know. Could be anything. Maybe it's some business development. Maybe it's learn how to do marketing, because every team needs to be marketing. So think about, when you take something, how can that equate to an extra base, right? How can I use that opportunity I'm taking to earn that extra base like the base runners in baseball do? They never get satisfied with the single or the double. They always look for the triple or the RBI. So when there's a hit, think of it that way in your team. Is there an opportunity why we do this to get an extra base out of the work we run? Because you're going to run the second anyhow. You have to. You're going to get an out. But can we take that run to second and turn it into a opportunity for extra base and prevent future any base getting knocked out, right? So there's all those little things you can do. Maybe even make our code more robust so that we don't have bugs in it in the future. Those little things. It doesn't have to be a new feature. Maybe it's just, if I change this and change how we do this a little bit here, it'll make the code better. It'll make it more robust and more useful in the future. So that I wanted to share with you today because I had baseball in the mind. I'm out here. Eddie's in our co-host Eddie is at a baseball camp, learning a little more baseball, trying to learn some things he didn't know before. He's just going to be out there having fun and getting some practice in. So with that, I want to wish you all a great day. Happy scrumming. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow's We Team Wednesday. I got to figure out what I'm doing on that one because I got to drop him. It's going to be a full day tomorrow of stuff going on. Hopefully do his show. And it's HR We Team Wednesday. Anyway, take care, everyone. Have a great day and enjoy. Bye. See ya.